Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 9th of August 1960. And in this part I want to look at two things. First one is going to be crime, and the second one is I'm just going to try and work out a way that we can actually speed up the process of building this town out here, because I can't keep expanding this town here because eventually it will become unworkable. Truthfully, it's already too big, and maybe later on we may need to shrink it, but at the moment I've got a bit of an unemployment problem. This is the reason why the game is on pause, because you can see up there, you can see we've got 64 workers who are unemployed. And when I looked at that, and if I just come in here and we'll find unemployment, look here, there's no unemployment in this area here. So it's a little bit of a mystery until I suddenly remembered New Hope over here. And what's happened, and this is something that you may need to fix if you decide to play on this map, is that what has happened is that the small kind of dwelling here, if I click on these, you'll see that it's actually started picking up people from here. So what I'd strongly recommend is that if you are playing on this map, as soon as you start, what you want to do is, as soon as you start playing, what you want to do is, right, we've got that one there. So I'm just going to have to go around here. It's going to be a little bit tedious. What you need to do is disable this here, so that we've got a whole series of, because I really need these workers making a contribution to my whole area here. Because the trouble with having workers out here, it's not just the fact that they are out here and not contributing to the economy, also they're going to lose loyalty, and they're also going to lose happiness. So it's very important that we don't have workers out here. And of course that's 64 workers that could be contributing to the economy. So we're just gonna come in here, turn that off. Luckily I've got a bit of space to accommodate them. I've caught this early enough. So we're just gonna come in there. And I'm just gonna run through very quickly. Right. So what we're gonna do now is just come back over to here. And I have got a little bit of space in here. Where is it? In this building here. So we're just gonna, oops, no. Don't want to open the building. Well, I want to open the building, but I don't want to open it over there. I want to open it here. So we're just gonna come here. What we're gonna do is move these people in. Get that there, open this up, move these in here, close this one, open up here, need 3 in here, but they're all people that are going to have a bit of a problem. So there's 5 in there. And I say it does explain why I wasn't getting any workforce, because I want my workforce concentrated in this area. I think we've got no real slack there, so then just move these in here. Of course they're going to be a little bit unhappy in the short term, but they will, I think, let the game run actually now. Get them here. Have a lot in there. And that should be the last one. And what we'll do very quickly is flip back over to here. Make sure I got everyone. I was like finding it in the village. Where is it? Up here. public happiness. Yep, it's all empty as now, so no one's gonna have any problems. That means we've got an additional 64 workers out here, which should help with keeping this area going. Now, as I said, next thing I want to do is look at crime, because if I come up here and show you, you can see at the moment crime is slowly building up. We've got 570 people operating here, and that's will start to have a negative effect on our overall happiness. I've also started building this because I feel that we need to start getting some more there. I think ideally I'd like to get people out of here because they're dragging down our economy as well. I think generally all over things are pretty good. Now I want to come up with my grand strategy for trying to speed up this process here, because at the moment we got no real way to encourage things to happen out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a groundworks team out here, but the first thing we're going to need is a free gas station. And of course, one of the advantages of doing this, we don't want any fancy roads. So the advantage of doing this is that, one, we don't have to worry about fire, and we're just going to pick up our gas trucks here, put you on there, and where are you? And I think we'll set you to 50%. And then across here, what I want is some free construction offices. Where are you? Put in stop production. Put 3 construction offices in here. Okay, I'm just going to take them in like that. I'm going to turn off the auto detects. Yeah, turn this off. I want to control you. I'm not just going to let you run wild. One is going to be for excavators. One is going to be for gravel and asphalt. So set them up. So you can come there. You can come there. And then the third one is going to be for concrete. If we come in here and I'll just put you onto there. And the idea is if, because we're now getting the roads into this area here, what we can do, just to show you as an example here, we can start building this area up a little bit, and then we can control what is actually going on. Right, so we've got that sorted. I want to get the fuel out here first before we start moving any vehicles out here. Oh, we could probably buy some trucks. Be a bit careful with the cash though. But I think it'd be worth it. This is the one that's got asphalt, so workshop items, we're going to get some dumpers here. Right, you're 70 kilometers an hour, you're 62. I think we're going to get some of these T138s. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, go for the 4 here, and then what we're going to do is assign you to that. And what's this? It's the pharmacy. Actually, no. And that. And also this road here, because this road, the game refuses to build this road at the moment, and I want this boat road kind of built up. And then what we'll do is buy some concrete mixers. What we got here, mainly interested in speed more than anything than capacity. We've got a couple of zoobs here. That's 80 kilometers an hour. Maybe we'll get some of these. We'll get 1, 2, 3 of those as well. And I'm just going to look at, we need concrete. So we'll just get the groundworks done on those. The other thing I would like to work on is here. I think what we might do is get there. Actually, no. Let's get this here. Better if I actually name these. Oops, I'm just going to call you ground concrete. There's no point giving them a regional name because they're once they've done their job. Rename ground asp gravel. I'm gonna call you ground excavators. Oops, there's 2 A's in there. What that would mean is that if I come back over to here, we down to 156,000 rubles, so we're going to keep an eye on the money. But what I would like to build is here. So if we come in here, construction crew, I'm going to add ground concrete to there. You should be okay. You're pouring concrete here. That's not good. So, well, we got workers coming out here, so I think we're building the. Now the problem I had is with asphalt, and that's the reason why it was so important to try and get those workers in, because we need to be very tight with our money at the moment. So that should translate into getting our crews. I'll get some excavators later on, because at the moment there's no point getting any excavators until the other ground crews have put in the resources. Otherwise the excavators are just going to sit there and they give us a chance to build some money up. Right now, crime, if we come here, you'll see that crime is now building up. It's giving a negative impact of 2.2%. So it's not major, but it is going to develop, and it's something that I do need to fix. And so what we're going to need to do is come into here. We're going to need, because what we're going to have to, the problem is, I was trying to avoid this, but we've got a 5-story police station here. I would have loved to have put it in here, but we're not going to put it in here, are we? I think what we might do is trying to put it here on the side road, so that yeah, I think if we put the police station about there, we can travel that in and that in, and then that will kind of fit, and eventually we could replace this with some accommodation which will send the workers to there. The next thing we're going to need is courthouse. Wow, this is way too big. I don't want anything. That's a small courthouse. This is where my problem is. I've got, this town's got a little bit out of control, and I'm kind of now struggling to find places to put things in, because it wasn't originally intended to be like this. It was meant to be a lot smaller. We could put, we can't get the courthouse there. you could put it there, but if I flip it a little bit that way, I think we can get the courthouse just tucked in on there. And hopefully what I could do is bring a footpath out there, down about there, there. Now that just leaves the prison. Again, I don't want to build a massive prison. This is just to kind of keep the actual problems underneath under control. Oh wow, that's way too big. I want a small prison. Maybe we'll have to go directly to the mods. Prison, prison, prison. Right, what we got here? Got a Tudor prison here. That'd be quite cheap to build. Horse work camp. That's probably going to be. That will hold 315 people, but not really happy with that. Got a Tudor jail with 25. We've got one with 40. What is the? Can't remember offhand. This is 210. I think maybe I could use this space in the centre, so we could have the prison right in the middle of town. We've got a little space here. I knew I was leaving this space open for something. Oh, we've got to have a road connection. Let me just... I flip that round and put the prison... Obviously this prison doesn't need heating. Is that a benefit? We need the road connection, because if we're going to put people in prison, we're going to put a workforce in. I think what we'll do is drop you in there. Okay. Right, we're going to have to kind of prioritize some of these using our normal road crew. Where's the other one? That'll get detected. Actually, what I will do... Actually, we'll use a little bit of a trick here with the auto search. We'll put auto search on, but we're going to turn off everything except footpaths. No, you don't need footpaths. You don't need auto search. It's this one I want auto search. We'll put you on footpaths only. Put you to 3,000 meters so you can get out and deliver there. Okay, right, let's let game run. Now, something else I'm doing at the moment is I'm researching oil refiner. I'm actually running two researches side by side. He's doing oil refinery and he is doing rail construction offices. So got this being built now. Traffic jam. I can tell you where that traffic jam is. It's the asphalt plant. Probably because we don't have any bitumen. Yep. We need more workers out here. Just trying to, we can push more workers into the bus stop. This is why I'm trying to be a bit kind of conservative with the jobs, because at the moment we don't have the workforce. How's the unemployment? Yeah, see, we've got 0 unemployment at the moment because we've got far too much going on, and that's why I'm trying to restrict the amount that we're building. We are picking up a little bit of asphalt now, but of course it means the entire output of here is going to our capability. Where are you going? Unfinished road. Let's see what that actually is. Okay, so we're now trapping our trucks here. Where are my pavers? Have you got yourself tied up because they're both out. Where are you? Right, I don't want you working on that. You can cancel that straight away. Where's the second paper? Where are you? You're not. Okay, you're working on this road here, which is good because we nearly need to get this road finished. I think what we will do is get gravel on that so that you can work on that. Now our farm is doing okay. In fact, I was checking the fertility just before I started. We've got some reasonable fertilities in here now, and they're not brilliant, but I think we've got one field that's 150, 82, so 136 there, 149 there, so that's nearly maximum. This is 50, it's just marginal. 51%, 134% there, 126%. So we are getting some marginal capabilities in here, but it's still going to need some work. How much space have we got here? 175. So our population is still growing. It kind of explained why I had these kind of very low level of escapees. In fact, I'll show you this year. You can see that we were lucky that we caught that early, but it's okay. Economy, well, we lost some money because of that. So I've been spending a lot of money, and we do need to start trying to get back into profit again. Now, another thing I've been thinking about is that we've got a sewage drop-off point in here somewhere. I think it's there. But what I would like to do is, because it's always pays to have a backup, and that is I want to put in a water Ujimi flicker thing here. What we call it, water loading, unloading capacity here. I want to put that in just there. Okay, I think we'll just go gravel. I think you're a bit too close. If we just, yeah, I've kind of put it too tight into that corner. We kind of push you out. Okay, we're gonna have to go out as far as we can without having to use leveling. I think we can get that in there. Gravel. One change I have here is I put a high pressure pump in here because I kind of wasn't totally comfortable with the thing. Let's get in here. Large pipe. Okay, that's wrong. Shift. Somebody actually posted a comment saying I should use shift more often. I must admit, it's not something that I've really developed the habit with, but I think I will be going forward simply because it makes sense. And what that will do is allow me there. The other thing I'm thinking about is I've got this junction here, and I think I'm going to rework this and put another water switch just this side like that. And then we'll put a high capacity pipe there, and then run a high capacity pipe through there to make sure it's all connected. I just feel that I want another option here to distribute water, because I've got a feeling we might expand this way later on. Right, we're now getting concrete and gravel in there. And what I'd like to do now is get some excavators in here, but I want to use an open hole. It's going to be expensive. I mean, we've got excavators sat around here doing nothing. I think what I might do is push you up, actually. It's because I've got a shortfall of workers. Replace vehicle. Oh, we can't tell whether that vehicle can be carried. I think I'm gonna send you up to here. Nope. Wrong one. Sorry. So you're kind of sat around doing nothing. I'm gonna send you up to here. Okay, how many excavators have we got in here? 2. They're both kind of sat in here doing nothing. What is that excavator? Oh, it's an excavator there. Yeah, this one isn't using. Yeah, okay. Gonna come in here. Excavators. Whoops! Go on, game. Play the game. I think this is the one we've got at the moment. Then you've got a speed level of 5. And it's expensive. This is the best one. It's 8,000 rubles. Right, we're gonna buy you. I'm gonna take a look at you. Right, workshop. We got to buy one of these to get to it. Okay. You open hole. Right, you do 62 kilometers an hour. Right, I'm gonna buy you. Just gonna have to really try and stretch this cash out a little bit. I think what we'll do. This again, this guy's not really doing anything, so I think these are the old ones, so we're going to send you there, and job is to work on these as and when something actually happens. Actually, what we could do is set this guy to auto search, not roads, not conveyors, not electrical wiring, not reconstruction, not factory connections, not footpaths. Leave you at 1,000, and you're just going to auto detect buildings. Now I can quite happily leave him on auto detect buildings because they won't go to here until there's enough resources in these buildings for them to actually do anything, or they shouldn't do anyway. Well, that's the theory. Now what we do need to do is, we've got you there, your job is going to be to go to there, pick up a vehicle, and I think we're going to send you to there. The asphalt plant's working is magic at the moment. I can guarantee it. Yep. There's no workforce in here at the moment. We need... Let's just clear all this lot out as well. We need to be able to... what we call it? push more workers out to here. The trouble is, if we push too many workers onto here, we will have a problem. Right, we've now got that built. We need to get this finished. This needs to be high priority, because what we got to do is start to build. Now, one thing I've never been too sure is whether to build the jail, or this we can build. Right, so put you on there, and I think the other thing we will also do is put Apple. So you can assist with that. This building is going to need the groundworks, so I think what we will do is, oops, no, we'll do it this way so we got more control. Gravel. Don't want the road crew. And you can work on the groundworks there. So that gets done. Zero unemployment. How we got here? Right, we've got space for another 100 people here, despite the fact that it's saying that it's full. And when that says that, what you need to do is open it up and just see. How's the happiness here? Happiness is increasing again, because we got rid of that problem there. We got an increase in what we call it. We got our monument is finished here now, and what was that? Okay, we've now finished the rail distribution offices, so we're not going to do any more research here at the moment. How about the... Okay, the petroleum's nearly finished. Right, so what I want to do is think a little bit about my rail distribution office. Okay, it looks like the refining is finished now as well. Okay, let me just get back to here. What do we need next from the perspective? I don't think we actually need anything from here. We don't need big monuments. Tourism, we're not really into high quality buildings at the moment. So what are we looking for now? Fertilizing, aluminium recycling. I think what we're going to do, uranium separation, airports, television. We're not going to really build a television studio at the moment. I think what we're going to do is go for renewables, because the small village that I want to build out there, we might be able to get away with wind turbines. So what was I doing? I've gotten up. What did we just research? We researched the rail distribution offices. Right. Now we've got a rail line here coming out here. What I'm thinking is I want a rail distribution office about here. The reason for that is that we're going to bring coal up from here, and we're also going to send out gravel. So the kind of place I would like to put a rail distribution office would be somewhere about here, but we're going to have to kind of come in against my better judgment like that. The only real problem we're going to have is the road connection, because the one thing downside of all these highways is the fact that you've got these things. So my instinct is great. It's not level. Is there anywhere else we could put in? It's a bit cluttered here. See, the problem is we need one on this side somewhere. The other option is that we actually put it in Some are about there, but we've got no free excavators. And then we all out here. Okay, we're not going to have to do much with the rail distribution office at the moment, so we're going to go back to biofuel. Now, what I would like to do is make this into a little bit of a production area. I think we can get away with a gravel road to here because it's just going to be for service vehicles. And then what I want to do is factory. We can now got access to this. Oh, lucky it's green. So if we put you there, we got the highway there, and eventually we could bring more crops in from here because I want to put more farms out this way. And I'm quite happy to deliver the fuel to trucks because in the lot this won't be a long-term project, so I don't really want to commit to rail here because eventually once we get out far enough we can put fuel in. So what we're going to have is a silo. What is the production for? There's 10 tons of crops produces 3 to 5 tons of fuel. So I think what we could probably do is get away with a... This is 31 tons of... This is 160. Let's just see here. This is 800. This is 160. This is 320. This is 560 and it uses a lot less steel. This is 800 and things. And again, this uses less steel than the silo. This is only 7.4. Wow. Could we turn this into something else? Say, for example, something like that. Okay, we're going to go with that. That's a pretty big warehouse, really. But we can put a warehouse here. I think I broke the connection there anyway, for some reason. Probably because there's a road connection there, but that's okay. We can build these in short sections. And then what we'll do is we'll get an oil tanker. Again, I don't want to store a massive amount of fuel in here, but I think maybe I want to go with my very familiar what we call it. Actually, we could probably put it this way, couldn't we? No, I think I'd like to keep it, but we're not going to get this one onto the road because I could go across the road and put a distribution terminal on this side. Okay, for some reason it doesn't like it, so what we'll do, we'll go underground. There's that traffic jam again. And then eventually what I can do is put a distribution thingy here. Yep. We need more workers, more capacity into here. We're not getting a regular enough supply of workers into this area. Okay. We need this built as well, because at the moment we've got a mud road going round there. These guys are queuing up actually. Okay. If you're queuing up, I'm happy. I've got no complaints at all in that department. Right, let's just go and see how our groundworks crews are going. I really need this built. There's so many things I need built. Right, where are you? Where's the my excavators wandered off to? We've got to make sure we keep an eye on that cash. What I'll probably do is scrap these eventually. Right, you're kind of plunking away at this at the moment. Crop production. Oops. Okay, what are you doing working on in here? What is this? Groundworks filtration. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that for the moment. Oh, that reminds me, if I built this, what I need is a, what we call it, a technical office. Let me just see, technical services, where it's going to tell me that, oh no, if we can get that built there, this certainly needs a road connection into there. Yeah, because there's no point having a water distribution point if you don't have a technical services there. So what I'm partly thinking is that if I can get water connected, but the waste, we got this massive, what we call it, pipe here, that's going to take a lot to build. And I'm hoping that we might be able to get people moving in, and by using trucks to get rid of the sewage disposal during the initial phases. Really need to build this as well. So many things to build. What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you... There must be fuel in the... Okay. Obviously, the combine has decided to go all the way up here to get fuel. Is that because that is nearer than the actual farm? That's a little bit mystifying. What was that? Can't see. What does that say? Field has low fertility. Okay. Yeah, you've only got 13.35 fertility now, so we're gonna have to. Got virtually no there. Okay. You've got groundwork excavators there. Right, we built the jail. I don't want anyone in there just at the moment, please, because but what we will do is set the loyalty not to 100%. That's a dead cert. The average loyalty at the moment 36%. It's probably a bit high. Okay, needs asphalt. Yeah, there's no point but people working in there if they we can't get things going. So we're going to need the police station here. That reminds me, I think it's time now to look at where is it? We need to reduce this down to 20. There's maximum workers without construction office. We certainly need to set that lower, because that's where people end up standing in buildings like this, doing nothing. We need to reduce this down because they're not contributing anything back to kind of I think I'm gonna I think we can afford a few people there. What's that again? Traffic jam on the asphalt plant. Wow, okay. We definitely need more workers. More workers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start really regulating my jobs. I think this is a waste at the moment. Well, get rid of you. What else is on the construction office that I don't really need at the moment? What have we got here? What are you building? At the moment you're working on a row house. I think Let's have a look here. I suppose we might as well get that built. And that built now. We'll kind of make those jobs official. Stop production. Yeah, we've got problems down here as well with workforce. Because we've only got 3 out of 6. We need more population. I could bring in. We're gonna have to educate them. But what we could do is bring in some. Well, we've got the money for it, so we'll bring in 10, 20, 30. I mean, they're uneducated, so they won't do anything, but they can get into the school, and we can. Not Hath School, sorry. And we'll start educating them. That would give us some more workforce. It's not something I really wanted to do, but I don't think we really got any choice. We've got the dollars for it, so maybe we just need to push it that way. Okay, and we've got workers for 148 people here. So if we kind of get an education program going, and then what that might do is start to get a few things done. But we do need to build up money. Let me just see. Where's the economy? Oops, back. Last month. Yeah, we. Wow. Did I bring in? I thought I brought in third world people. Oh, that was a mistake. On the positive side, they won't need educating. I was absolutely sure I brought in some third world workers. Invite from the third world. Okay, we'll bring in some more then. Make sure we are 1, 2, bring in 30 from them. Okay. Yeah, I spent money that I shouldn't have spent. That's going to be a problem. I think what we may have to do is have a quiet winter, just building essential buildings and see how things go. Okay. Right, we're kind of making a profit this month, and we're going to have to stick with that, I think. Just thinking back to distribution offices. We don't really have the space and the junctions here for the rail distribution offices in this area. Just going to come back up to here. Right, these guys are fully committed and busy. Fire station is there. Right, where's my 2 excavators that I had here? Where are you now? Okay, you're working on this filtration plant. Okay, and you're slowly working your way through. And once you finish the groundworks and get that done, that can just sit there. So that's kind of working okay. How much? Still not really getting the crops in. On the 8th of November, I think we haven't started harvesting this one, or it's just started. So it could be a bit of a tight run thing. No workers again. Right, I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to have a little bit of a look round. We've got our first residents in there. We've got some workers there. Right, we've got workers being pushed onto this. That's good. We've got to build our money back up to around 170,000. Get that done. We've got this starting to come together. This road is annoying the heck out of me at the moment. Where are my road crew guys? What do they actually think that they're doing? Where are the pavers? Because if they're just sat around, you're sat there doing nothing. I mean, if they're just sat around doing nothing, you're nearly at this road here. Okay. So it's the bottleneck is asphalt. I think I'm going to suspend that job. We don't need it just at the moment. What we do need to do is get that finished. Right, we're going to start being a little bit kind of harsh now. So that, okay, research finished. Okay. We go for wind power. Get that done. Again, it gives us that option that we can drop things in should we need it. Right, we've got 2 cranes working on here. We've had the steel delivered. Brickworks. Bricks is something else I could think about, but again, the problem is I'm just loading more and more onto this town. And I don't really want to do that. You need asphalt. How many tons? You need 13 tons of asphalt, and it's concrete and steel. And then we get that there. How's the crime effect? So at the moment we've got. So at the moment, just look very carefully. I wish there was a way you could change this text. It says 835 people subject to crime. It says unable to get clothes. That's who's unable to get clothes. I'm a little bit worried about that. This is 12. It's only 12 people. Oops, no. Only 12 people that can't get clothes. That's probably just down to the fact that there's people still settling in. The crime is an issue, even though it's because it's the moment we're losing again. Loyalty is stuck at 35%. We need to work on that. Kind of feel that. Let me just see here. I'm kind of thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these people into here, get them out of here. Citizens' happiness is too low. Yeah, that's because I've just moved you. But you're going to be a lot happier once you move into a new accommodation. And what we're going to do is demolish this, I think. And then we can put some better accommodation into here that will be a bit more reflective of what's going on here. We could adjust this, but I'd rather have these pushing the loyalty at the moment. I think that gets rid of the last of the tent cities. So got 48 there. Gonna need more accommodation. Okay, we're gonna have to put that on there. And just assign a and concrete for that as well. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is play through until the end of February so that we can get out of winter, and what that will do is allow these various crews to get an opportunity to catch up with what the various outstanding jobs. And then what it means is that hopefully in the next part we'll be able to get our crime up and running. That might help improve our overall prestige. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.